In the last lesson, we learned the tricks about checking and processing huge amounts of data in a table. Today's lesson will bring out text to columns, another practical tool that can help us split and extract cell contents smartly. When comparing these two tables, you'll see that name and class are combined in the first column of Table 1, but split into two columns in Table 2. When making your table, the header should be independent. Don't merge two headings into one column. We need to split cell contents to make the table structured. The steps are simple as follows. Select the cell ranges to split. Click Text to Columns in the Data tab, where you can find Text to Columns and Smart Split Columns. Select Smart Split Columns to pop up a dialog where WPS Spreadsheet will split the contents for you. It is possible to make some adjustments. For example, we can click to erase the column line between the first and last name. Click again, and you can also recall the column line. After setting, click Finish to split name and class. More complex problems may crop up in workplaces. Take this sheet as an example. This small cell contains street, city, state, and zip code. Let's repeat the steps and click Data and Smart Split Columns in turn, but the system is not as smart as we expected. We can click Manually Split Columns to make up for the regret. Here, we can split columns based on four methods, namely delimiter, text type, by keyword, and fixed width. Delimiter allows you to split text by a fixed symbol. WPS can identify and take the symbol as a delimiter to split the column. Go back to the case, and you will find that slash and underscore are used to separate street, city, and state. Enter an underscore and a slash in the edit box. 10 kinds of symbols are available to add. You can also preview the effect below. Street, city, and state are divided into 3 columns. Finally, click Finish. The contents in the state column need to be split into state and zip code. The contents are simple to recognize despite the lack of symbols since they are made up of text and numbers. Select the data area and click Smart Split Columns and Text Type. Its principle is simple. English, Chinese, and numbers can be identified and then sorted in the selected area. Check Number and English and you can preview the effect below. Number and English will be split into 2 columns. Finally, click Finish to split the columns quickly and well. Let's take a closer look at this string of text. Student numbers begin with the letter A, examinee numbers begin with the letter S, and room numbers begin with T. But they are packed together. Clearly, we have found that they can be divided by keywords. Select the cell range, click Smart Split Columns, and by keyword. 5 key letters can be entered here. Let's enter S and T in order. Pay attention to the capital. Check Before keyword, and the system will split columns before the letters S and T. Finally, click Finish. Similar to the method, we split text based on character. Keywords can be used to split the previous example. Select the data area and get into the By Keyword dialog. Then enter slash and underscore in the text box. The final result below shows that slash and underscore split text, and they are reserved. If you don't want to keep them, uncheck Reserve the keywords for splitting. Finally, click Finish. The last method is to split columns by a fixed width. As its name suggests, the length of a character is the reference to split columns. There are several types of data with fixed width formats, such as date, employee number, and phone number. In this case, we need to separate the dates and order numbers. Select the cells and click Smart Split Columns. Select Fixed Width and enter 8 in the edit box. Click Create, and a column line will be created between dates and order number. We can also click to create a column line quickly. We may delete the lines by double-clicking them. Before clicking Finish, we need to regularize the date formats. Click Next. Select the first column and select YMD at Date because the numbers are arranged as year, month, and day. Order numbers are normally saved in text format. Select the second column and check Text. Now we can click Finish. Now the string of text is split into columns with correct formats. Smart Split Columns is powerful, yet simple. We only need to pick a method to split data based on their features. If the case is complex, we can split the data several times. Can we merge the cells since they can be split? The answer is yes. The next example will tell 2 tricks to merge data. This is a list with the last and first names stated individually. We need to combine them now. The first method is to use the ampersand operator, AND. Enter equals in the cell and select B3. Enter and select C3 to connect the first and last names. If space is needed between the first and last name, enter double quotes, spaces, double quotes before and enter another and before cell C3. This signifies that B3 is followed by a space and then by C3. And space is added between the first and last names. The second method is to fill smartly using Ctrl E. Enter the full name in cell E3. Select the remaining blank cells and press Ctrl E. It can identify the entered examples and then apply the summarized rules to the blank cells below. Both methods have their advantages. The smart filling is faster, but the filled contents will not follow the update in the original contents. By contrast, AND can make the content change synchronously. Please pay attention when using. This lesson is coming to an end. Now let's review the highlights we've learned. Smart Split columns can identify the contents and split them. There are 4 techniques for splitting columns based on text features: delimiter, text type, keyword, and fixed width. Data formats can be standardized in addition to splitting columns. For example, numerical dates can be standardized dates, and numerical formats can be turned into text formats. Ampersand operator and smart filling can merge separate data. You will step into a new chapter in the next lesson and learn how to do basic data analysis. Stay tuned.